plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. On second down, looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Auburn lines up quickly.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge.
Running toward the tape. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UNLV. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can anyone catch it? And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He'll try the left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Now, 4th down. Number 15 in punt formation.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Makes the catch and knocked down. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Going for the big play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Power football with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Smacks it with the stiff arm. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed behind the line. It's Payne. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up to the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Trying to get to him, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He's going to throw deep right side. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all.
And he's running in the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Payne. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Fires on the run. Brings it down on the right side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Payne. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Looking down the middle. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Auburn. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires one high and deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The give. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. He's going to pass. The pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. He lets it fly. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Motion from the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking for a deep man. He's got it. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
He's got it on the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. He'll do it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Off play action. He's got his man across the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
At the 10-yard line. And first down for the offense.
They go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. him because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to the air one more time. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. He's got it.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, trying to pick up some positive yards.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man in the middle. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. He's got him in the flat. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man in the middle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down coming up. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Central Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that pass intercepted. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Feeling some heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Just keep giving them the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to the running back, and he's making plays.
Shoots it to the left. It's complete. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. looking to throw on second down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll go to the air. Coming after him. And down he goes back into 3. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
It's now second and goal.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on third and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. Stopped after making the catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Cardinals are in the hurry-up. They're going to throw it again. He wants a big play here late. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man down the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Cardinals trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. From the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute